ladies and gentlemen, with a big, massive shout out to Fanhome. This is the continuation after 16 months of the build of the USS Enterprise D. Hi guys, Retro Trek Ralph here with finally the next issue on the Build the Enterprise D model magazine build series. We're up to magazine 21, which has got parts 79, 80, 81 and 82. I'm going to be reformatting this a little bit because I don't remember what I did 16 months ago because it's been that long, but I'm going to do bags only. Well, the first issue for each one will be magazine, and then we'll go for the bag. So this video is going to primarily do part kit 79 and show you the magazine. So basically all we've got so far looks like there's an edge of the saucer, some lifeboats, a curved part there for probably the secondary hull, and a panel there for the saucer with a push-in part. So there'll be a screw hiding there. This will be to the edge. And I'll show you the magazine. So let me get this into a pot, get everything ready, and we'll restart the build of the Enterprise D. So off we go again. So magazine 21, we have a lovely picture of a partlet, well, a little bit light on the back there, of the Enterprise D model when it's done. We show the parts in here like we've just shown before, lifeboats, some screws, AM, IM, FM, BP, DP. So the plastic, they will go into plastic, the DP and BP ones, these will go into metal. So there's thinner thread on there anyway. That piece there looks like it's a battle section front reflector light, right, yeah, okay. So then we've got a part for the saucer, back part, what is that there? Reflector panel again, an LED light, which is in here, double light there. So with that in mind, shows you all how we're going to do in the future parts anyway. 39 assembly. So it looks like it's just one panel going on the saucer for this part only. 80 will be another panel there, making it up. So it looks like we're back on schedule, the part of the skeleton for 81, and then the back section which will light up. Are we fitting it? Yes, we might be. Okay, so we were doing the back reflector on that side. It doesn't look like we're actually fitting it to make the back complete, which is a shame. But we've got Building Bridges Season 5, so we're still back on to doing these reviews anyway, which is nice enough. It fills out the magazine a little bit and gives us some nice concept art. There's a concept of the Nebula class ship, one of my favourite ships there. Apart from the Navigator deflector looks a bit weird. It's like an odd duck being squeezed. I don't know. Darmok, the late Paul Winfield. Rolaren. Some good episodes in Series 5, some bad ones as well. Disaster with the kids, and so forth. So finally, after 16 months, that was the last time I actually posted a video for this. Eaglemoss have gone. Master Replicas take over the models. Fanhome take over the build series. And if you go on their website, fanhome.com, they've got absolutely stacks. They've bought these, they bought the Millennium Falcon, they bought the DeLorean, they bought Ecto 1. Do I need to continue? No, I don't. But we need to get on with starting to make this. So, we're off and running. If you're new to the channel or new to these videos, I will basically take out all of the stuff on the sprues already and put all of the screws in the screw box, thanks to Starship Modeler, who sent this to me, because I never got one of these when they did the subscription, just magically vanished. But everything's in there, all parts in there are for this number 79 pack and the spares, and there were parts 1 to 6 that he supplied for me as well, because he wanted to, because it's nice. So yeah, this is the over for most of the things, tons of windows, tons of lifeboats. Yeah, we know there are plenty of upgrades for this already, but I've chosen not to do them. I wish I'd known that they were out for this time, and I would have definitely have done a series on doing this being built up properly, but I didn't and I missed out, so there. So on with this one now. So stage A, you take this panel and you put all the lifeboats on here, which is surprising. That's exactly the amount you got, a 6 and a 5, because usually they were over. Put on this reflective panel, well, the black out panel, which never really works, that way around, screw it in place, and then we need the front panel here for that. Different types of screws, obviously tells you AM screws for holding this part in once the lifeboats are in place. Funnily enough, it does show you this one here. That's this part all the way up here. That will be pushed into place because this will be put in and then screwed into place. The tab there is actually, the tab would be down there and then in, screw in place, screw in place. This is going to be, I don't know, but it's L312. So let me build this one up with the parts. You don't really need to see that. If there's plenty of, yeah, just sticking things into place. All I do basically is put them like that and done. And you must make sure that they're the right way around, which I don't think that is. So it's either that way around or the other way around. They don't look too bad once they're on. I know there's these rub-on stickers that you can get for these to make these a lot better, and I've chosen not to do that. But maybe in the future we will do. So I'm going to get this part ready, made up of the instructions we see in front of us now. Now with that part done, that's step A finished. Screws in there, holding this front panel on here. Our lifeboats all properly configured the right way. So don't put that one back in just yet. So we go to the next page. So we need to get the saucer out, put a screw in there, put a screw in there, and then put the cap over that, and that'll be that part done. So we need to move things out of the way a little bit and get the saucer out, and then we can continue. Now, I always recommend to anybody, just protect. If you're going to put a towel underneath it, make sure it's a nice fluffy towel, because this is heavy. If you're going to do this build yourself, it's a heavy build, and if you lay it down on the parts that are already painted underneath it, you are going to damage them. So we've got this part right here. So what screws do I want? Oh, okay. We haven't planned this one, have we? Right, okay, over there. So I want 2 FM screws, which over here. The 2 long ones. Kind of thought the magnetic screwdriver would have worked properly, but obviously they don't. So 2 FM screws put in place, and that part. So this part, I'm relatively certain, needs to clip around the lip of the part underneath, and underneath here to start with. So, and also with the key part on there, it goes underneath this edge bit as well that you really can't see. So it's a little bit tricky to put in. You got to kind of maybe put it that way in and shift it across. Nope. I did test piece this part earlier on its own without this strip on the front, but that's not really helping. So I've got to go over, under, in, on. Nope. Nope. Ah. Yes. Maybe. No. See, again, it's that lip of this part underneath it. I need to get round it. So I think maybe that way around. Because that's that got a lip? It has got a lip. Okay. Well, that's nicely awkward. Okay, so I'm doing that part first, and I'm going to try and slide it in. There we go. Think she's in. It doesn't pin this one down, this part here, it just pins the one underneath here down. As always, bad panel gaps. So I'm gonna, that's already been held down there, so I'm gonna put the screw in this top part here. Remember, if you're gonna put screws in, if you're gonna do it really quickly, maybe an electric screwdriver, potentially you're going to damage the threads, maybe unthread things, just because of the heat of friction getting on there. Just take it steady, maybe put a few turns in, stop, let it cool down, and then put back in for some more. But then as soon as you feel it tense a little bit, like there, done. That's all you need to do. And the gap there is, there's no gap there, but there's gaps there. These are all hit and miss, these parts, unfortunately. Is that correct? Feels okay, it's just, it's not, it might come out when the next part comes. So, next bit is just put this in place, push that in, done. Now getting that back out again will be a bit of a problem, and I'm sure that should be okay. See, so that part is up anyway, but that will be pinned down when the edge part comes in, and that'll be online. This will, we've been guaranteed from the start that this will all work and go back together when it's all put together. I mean, there's gaps, panel gaps and whatever else. Yeah, we know these are problems. There's not much we can do with these at the present. I mean, a proper model builder would probably do this and then fill in with some putty and then repaint afterwards. But that's potentially for the future, maybe, but I don't know. So that's in place. Finally, 16 months later. Let's get on with number C. So we need the strong back. Well, not the strong back, the actual back section of the secondary hull. So it says retrieve your battle section front, which is this part here. Thank you very much. We already have the panels on there for the glass part. For the last one, that side was already done. So it looks like it's a standard that covers over for light blocking. That way around, is it? Yeah, because we need to thread in the two bulbs there. Red one, keeping the colour scheme same as. One wants to go in there and one wants to go up there. So that screws in place, holding these in the best you can. Probably your best option is to put that in place and thread in, because there is a little peg there which will hold in place this from falling out once it's in place. See? So with, oh, that's definitely not in the right place. Okay, it's a little bit out. There it goes. There she goes. I'm going to thread that in a little if I can and push down. There we go. So these are now securely in place, sort of. I will bend that down, but I will make sure I've got the screws, all 5. So it's 3 along here, 1 at the back there, 1 in this corner there. So it's all the ones with the silver flat part. And I can't do that showing you on screen because it's an absolute nightmare to do. I need 6 hands for this and a decent screwdriver, and this is not what Eaglemoss provided. So the last screw to go in, remember again, put them in place, twist, 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 nice and steady. Once you feel there's a little bit of resistance, just nice and steady, or you will take out the plastic. So you want it secure, but you also don't want it held in, yeah, at ransom, to be honest. So let's put this down there. I'm not entirely sure if that's a good idea, that side of it, because we do have this going down, and the neck part will come in and, I think, trap it. But it does say there it goes round these parts like so. So we are correct. Fit in the battle section. Right, so there's a battle section there, upside down because they've got the cutout here. Okay, so where do I want some DP screws to go in, but that's in a second. I want this cable to go through this second section here, and screws to go, yeah, let's go that section there. So in, and in, pull them through if I can. This will finally get attached. How far back does that go? Okay, this doesn't make sense. The circle bit goes around those. Doesn't feel like it holds in place at all, but right, so where we got screws then? DP screws, 1, 2, 3, 4. So either go in there, there, and these 2 at the front here, there and there. But I have a 5th one there. Ah, there he is, right inside there. So while I'm holding this in place, I'm going to get them screwed in, and just find some DP screws, and this could potentially be looking better. We know there's problems with these parts here. These are absolutely shockingly bad. Look at the line on there. Everybody's are like that. Even over here is wrong. There is wrong, there is wrong. I mean, we'll never know about it when we actually see it. So once it's done, it's done. So let me put the screws in and start wiring up that. With those 5 screws back in place, and using a magnetizer, demagnetizer, just that a little bit, makes the screwdriver back magnetic a lot better. We have done that. So then part on this now is putting this in the right place. So we have this one over here, wants to go the top left on the board, just click into place. The bottom one wants to go in the second one along on the board. So potentially round, it says round that. Okay. A little bit fiddly to get in to start with, but going to go that round that way a little bit. Done. Can just put that one over there if it's needed. These do flatten down quite nicely, the wires anyway, so it looks like it goes in. I didn't get them to wrap round, the red one wrap round this here. It's kind of bent round and come down here, because I don't think it's going to be any good when the cobra neck comes in and traps it. So far there, underneath there is fine and free from anything. I think the cobra neck will probably come underneath here anyway, so it's probably just me being paranoid. So it shouldn't really be anything. So is that it for that? Yeah, cool. So we've got a panel on the saucer. We've got the front part up there in and done and ready. And yeah, like I say, everybody complained about those parts. Nothing they could do, they went under. So you have to cope with it. Or fill them in, re-hole a lot of this lot, and no, that's not going to happen. Done, sorted. So that's 79 and the magazine review. Come back for number 80 and we'll carry on with this. Please like, share and subscribe. Follow me on social media. Consider a donation. Please consider being a Patreon so you can help out me on the channel with a monthly donation. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.